must have got the access to Blue Prism software through Asha 24.
Yes.
Okay, good. And so Aruna is saying something. Look like issue with my mic. You are not able to hear me. No, Aruna, I'm not able to hear you. Uh, maybe you can. All right. So I think, yeah, most of us now is there on the call now. So probably we can start now. So yesterday, till yesterday, we have seen the basic of the Process Studio, what all we can do with the help of the Process Studio, how we can run the process, and what all options that we have to reset it, or what all stages, like the basic stages. We have still a lot of other stages to be discussed in Blue Prism, but the basic stages that we have taken, you know uh, now, like how to create a process starting from scratch, how to run a process, how to validate if there is any error or not in the process, the decision state that we have to, gone through, what the calculation stage do for you, what is a data item that holds the value of the variables, um, then how you can use the calculation stage, what all operation that you can perform, and how a decision stage can help you in performing all those kind of validation and decision for you, and how you can run your process multiple time using circular path, how you can iterate your process, how you can control the speed of your process, like you can run your maximum speed, minimum speed or not. So those were the basic, very basic things that we have discussed yesterday. And going from today, we will see some more the basic operation in the process itself, and we will take it from there. So here in the same folder, we'll create one more process and give a name. So you see, like it always like mandatory to give some name here. So I'll give session 2. Okay, just the name of my process, and I can give here session 2 only and finish my process. So you can see like I've created one more process today, and I can open it from here. Yeah. So now today what we will see, we'll be seeing, let's say once you have created your process, how you can run your process in the debug mode. I will explain you what I mean to say when I say debug. So let me first open the process that we have, very basic process that we have created yesterday, right? So circular path process. So this is a process that we have created yesterday, right? So let's say I'm getting some error in this particular stage called decision stage. I'm facing some issue. It's showing me some kind of error that it cannot proceed from this particular stage further. So in order to understand what is the issue actually is, what we can do, we can run our process in the debug mode. How to do it, I will tell you now. So there is a option in Blue Prism where you can set a breakpoint. So let's say you want to run from process from here. Okay, so let me first run it. So once it's started running, so there is an option called pause. So you can pause your process. You see the process got paused. So once the process is paused, you can do one thing. You have option called step. So once you click on this step, the process will keep on running in the debug mode. So it will iterate step by step. Like the next step is go to this particular anchor node. Now after this, it will go to the calculation one node. So like this, it will iterate in my process because I want to see where and what actually the problem is coming. Because if I run my process and it continue running it, I won't able to understand what the problem is. Like what's the value of the data item is getting changed, where the problem is. So in order to understand it better, we can run it through a step-by-step manner. And for that, we have an option called step. So this is very important item that has been provided by Blue Prism to debug it. So if you call step, you see the process is going to the next anchor node, and after that it's going to calculation one node, and then it's going to decision one, like that. So it will keep processing like this. Now I will reset it. So the reset is what that I told you yesterday. It will reset my process to the initial stage where my process was. So once I reset it, you see the value and all being, changed to the initial value that my data item was holding. So this is a very good, point how you want to debug your process and how you can run your process in a debug mode using this step. There is one more option you have, which is called breakpoint. So how you can create breakpoint. So what happened, I think most of you, since coming from the software background, so once you have any code and you want to debug your code, you create certain breakpoint. So what happened, your process start from the main function, and it will stop at the breakpoint. So your process always start from the start node, and the place where you will be keeping a breakpoint, it will stop there. So let's say I create a breakpoint, and how you create the breakpoint, you click on the particular node. Like let's say I click on the decision stage here and right click it. I will get an option called breakpoint. So once you click on the breakpoint, you see there is a red arrow created on this particular stage. So once I start running my process, it will first start from the start node. It will go to the calculation one, and once as soon as this reaches there on decision one, it will stop because there is a breakpoint. So let me run the process and show you. So see, breakpoint has reached. So the process got stopped. Now, if I want to run it further, what I can do, I can step it. So I step it, run. Again, it reached a breakpoint. So it will give me this particular message that breakpoint has reached. So like that, you can, create any breakpoint at any place, and you can basically, because when you will be going further in this training, and I will be showing you, because this is just about one page. You will be having very different pages here. Each page will be calling each other, and you don't know where you are getting the error. So this is very good option provided by Blue Prism, so that you can create a breakpoint and you can see what value, I mean, you can debug the process that you have created. So this is all about the breakpoint that I have discussed. And how you can remove the breakpoint, you can right click again and you can deselect the breakpoint here. So this breakpoint got deselected. All right. There is one more option provided by Blue Prism, which is called as set next stage. So what set next stage is actually? So what it do? So whenever you are running any process, let's say your process is having A, B, and C block, and you have set up set next stage at B block. So what will happen? The process will directly jump to the C block. I mean, I will show you the example here. So if you are running this process, it is keep on running it, right? Like until and unless it reaches the x reaches the value 5, so that it can come out of the loop, right, to the end stage. Now let me run this process. Okay, and I will just pause the process. I just pause it from here. Okay, so see, my process got paused, and I am having a value of x since it ran only the first time. Now what I wanted to do, I wanted to end this process. How can I end it without clicking on reset button? So the only option is that it has to come out of the loop and it should go to the end stage, right? So the stage where you wanted this particular, the particular process to come to, you have to click that stage. So let's say I want to click on the stage in, right click it, and you can see there are option called run to this stage, set next stage, enable calculation zoom. So just you have to do is set next stage. So as soon as I click on set next stage, my process will come to the end stage. So you see my process has come to the end stage, and it will just hold the value which it was holding, where I have paused. So since it just ran only one time, X is holding the value 1, and my process just came to the end stage. So I hope you understand like what this set next stage is. So accordingly I can set anything, anywhere I can, I want my process. If let's say if there is some other block before this end stage, I can also want, I want that particular loop to end and my process to start from this particular block. I would have click on that block and right click and click on set next stage. So before before completing this particular loop, my process will directly go to that particular block. So set next stage is nothing but it will make your process go toward the next stage in the particular process that you have. So guys, I mean, let me know if you have any difficulty understanding this basic concept of debug mode, or what all you can do with a breakpoint or set next stage, because this is just a very basic points and good concept regarding how efficiently you can debug your process. This thing will be utilized when you will be trying to understand, because there will be like big loops and all. You don't want your process to run through those big loops, and because you are just understanding what is the issue in your process, you're debugging it, right? So what you do sometime, you directly call on the next stage and click on set next stage, so that to save your time, right, basically.
So, Karan, I just wanted to clarify like what I understood.
Sure, sure.
Uh,
Go ahead.
so it's mean that in the breakpoint only and only we want to run till that time, till that particular stage, to check whether it is working fine or not. So we are using breakpoint. But in order to check the error, like if we find somewhere the error, to cross check to whether it has been rectified or not, it's been solved or not. So for that reason, we can use this set.
Yeah, so see, when I say breakpoint, right, let's say I will give you example. So let me first reset it. Okay, let's say I'm getting some issue here, right? Let's say I just delete this expression, right, and I reset it. I'm getting an error here, right? I know that there is error, but
Hmm.
since my process is very small here, I can able to identify that there is error in this particular stage, right? You're
Exactly.
getting my point, because this is
Yes,
very
yes.
small process and I know I did that. But when
Hmm.
your process will grow eventually, right, and
Hmm.
the process is very big, you did, somebody, let's say somebody else, some other developer came on your place and he started looking into the process, and somewhere he just made some mistake and something got deleted. Now there is a
Yes,
error somewhere and nobody's know where the error is, right? So
exactly.
you have to basically, let's say, you know that there can be error here, you create a breakpoint here, or so, and you start running it from here. So as soon as you come here, this process got, your process is stopped here, and from here you want to step. So see, you don't want to run continuously, you want to run step by step to see where the issue is, right? So as
Okay.
soon as I step from here, it give me the error, decision did not result into yes or no. As I told you yesterday, decision should always have some expression to evaluate
Exactly.
either it is a true or false, yes or no. Now, since I step from here, and there is no value in the decision expression, it is giving me the error, right? So now I can able to identify what is the actual error is.
Okay.
Otherwise, if I'll keep on running my process, I won't be able to identify where the issue is actually. That is why I'm stepping one by one, step by step, to see where actually the things are getting wrong. Let's say the value X is getting some different value, right? I-
Mhm.
I'm supposed to get some particular value. Let's say I am supposed to get X as a value. X should hold a value of 3 in second iteration, but X is getting the value of 1. So how I will debug it? I have to run my process step by step to see how the value of X is changing, right? And where the issue is coming. If I must have done some logical error mistakes so that my value is not getting reflected correctly.
So
Getting
it's
it?
mean that if it is very big project which is having 6 or 7 pages,
Right.
so in that stage, in that case, this is the way where we can find out, like rather going for breakpoint, we can go for next stage, like that, like small sections we have to cross check in order
Right,
to
right.
find
So see,
out that where is the error exactly.
yeah, see, it is as simple as it is. Like the breakpoint, if someone asks you what is a breakpoint, breakpoint is nothing but at the point where your process will get stopped, right? So
Hmm.
you can create a breakpoint anywhere. I mean, you create, let's say you create your breakpoint here, right? So as
Hmm.
soon as you create a breakpoint any place in your process, anywhere, your process will stop there first thing. So
Yes.
process got stopped, right? Now after this, what you want to do? So you want to basically see step by step how your process is proceeding. Let's say you have created your process, right? I
Hmm.
mean, let's say you completed your development work, as simple as it is. You completed your development work and now you want to test. Like you want
Exactly.
to test basically like if your process is efficient or not, right? Because after development you will be handing it to the QA team for testing, right? Before that,
Yes.
what happens? The development team will do a unit testing. If
Hmm.
the way that they have developed, if everything is correct or not. For that, you face some issue. So how you will be identifying the issue? You have to debug it, right? For debugging it, this is the option Blue Prism is giving you so that you can set a breakpoint and then you can step you know each stage one by one and see where the issue is coming, and based on
Okay.
that you can rectify the issue,
Got
right?
it. Got it.
So yeah, so this is I mean, straightforward.
Hmm. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So after this, what we can do that we can take some further stages and understand what are the other options that we have, because before proceeding to automation, what I want you to understand the basic concept of what all is this stages provide you. And we are still dealing with the process studio, right? So under this process studio, what all option this other stages that provide. So yesterday we have already seen calculation stage, and today we will be start from multi calculation stage. Like what is the option multi calculation stage provides you, right? So what we can do, uh, we have this calculation stage. Let me just delete this calculation stage here. And what we can do, we can just bring this multi calculation stage here. Okay, we already have two variables, x and y. So x, let's say you give the value to x, let's say 10, and the initial value of y is 5. Yesterday I also told you what is the meaning of initial and current value, right? So initial value is nothing but the initial, before running the process, what value you are assigning to the data items. That is the initial value they are holding it, which you will be utilizing it when you will be running the process. The final value is after running the process, what is the final outcome that they are holding it. Now let's say there is a requirement that I have to perform four kind of operation. I want to do a addition, I want to do a subtraction, I want to do a multiplication, and I want to do a division. So how I will achieve that using just a single multi calculation stage. So based on your yesterday topic of calculation, if I would have to achieve that target, I would be using 4 calculation stage, right? First calculation stage for addition, first, second for the division, because I cannot do everything in a same stage and store the value. So for that reason, because when you'll be running your actual process and you'll be having a several different type of the calculation stages that you have to do it. So instead of going for the different calculation stage, what you can do, you can club everything in your multi calculation stage. So as soon as you open this multi calculation stage, you will see that you have option called expression, and this is the store in value. So where you can store the value. So based on yesterday discussion, you know that store in value is nothing but the data item which is holding the value, and how you can create it. So either you go and create it, you know, choosing from the stage that you have data item stage here, or you can just type the name here and you can click on here and it will create the corresponding uh, data item here with the particular data type. So what my basic intention is to add two number here, right? First, like I have to perform 4 type of operation. So first I will start with addition. So I will take the expression x plus y, and I will store, since there is no, variable to store my value. What I will do, like I will just click create a new variable called add, and I will click here to create the. So you see that another variable called created add. Now, if you don't know, how you can write your expression here, you have other option here. You can click on it. So as soon as you click on it, you see the same page that we have used in the calculation stage will come here. Only thing that you won't see here, you don't have store in value that we used to have in calculation stage. But here you can build your expression, right? So you don't know, like how to add. I'm just saying example. I mean, you don't know how to add two variables, right? What you can do, like you have different options here. So you will go into the logic, right? Or not logic, you can go into the number and say add. So you, as soon as you click on add, it gives you two options, like operand A and operand B. So, and there is example given here, you can follow it. So I have a one variable called x, so I can click, I can drag and drop x here, I can drag and drop y here, and click on paste. So you see, like, even if you don't understand how you can create the expression, you have this utility here provided by Blue Prism where you can build up your expression in an efficient manner. So this is what about the number. There are different options here. uh, Whenever required, we'll be looking into it also. You have logic here, like you want x and y, x equal to y, x greater than equal to y, how you can write it. You have all those options here. So all right, and you can validate always, you should validate, and you can also evaluate your expression. So I have just added two number here, x plus y, and then you have option here to add multiple rows that you want. So since I have 4 operation to perform, I will click on adding 4 rows. So row 1, row 2, 3, and the one was 4. Yeah. So first was addition. I will just copy and paste it here. So the next is multiplication, and this is division. Accordingly, I will be storing the value in all the variables. I'll be creating sub uh, multiply and division. So you see, like I have created a different variable for it, and I'm performing all the operation in a single stage, which is called multi-calculation stage. As soon as you click OK, you see you got all this variable created here. You can drag and drop. So you have option to drag and drop, click left on it, select on it, and put your arrow here. These will be always floating in your process. They are not connected in any way. I told you yesterday. And well, you have a decision state here. um, I'm not using a decision state for now. What I can do, I can delete it better. And see if I can just link this thing, and I reset it. There is no error, there is no validation error, and my process is ready to run. And I can see like, okay, normal speed, I run it, and you see like it give you all the value of the addition, division, subtraction, and multiplication, right? So you perform all the 4 operation in a single stage. So you don't need to use 4 calculation stage to perform the operation. So this will help you when you will be having a big process where you will be using multiple calculations. So you can club all the similar type of calculation into a multi calculation stage and use it efficient manner. All right. So this was all about the multi calculation stage that that provides you. I hope it is clear to you. uh, So now after this multi-calculation stage, we'll be proceeding to we have a choice stage also. So if you see choice stage, right? So we'll start with a choice stage. We will see how we can build a choice stage and what option that we have. So for choice stage, what is a choice stage actually? So we have seen a decision stage where we are only deciding on a single decision, like if we compare two number, like x is greater than y or x is equal to y. But when you come to the choice stage, you will be having a multiple options. Like you can create a multiple decision in a single stage. So just like we have used a multi calculation stage, uh, instead of using multiple calculation stage, we have used a multi calculation stage in which we have utilized all the calculation. Similarly, in a choice stage, instead of writing multiple decision state, you can have the option where you can use multiple choices that you want to build. So we will see by taking an example. So what we can do, okay, so like take this choice stage here first. Okay, so once you bring the choice stage here, it gives you this particular option here, right? Choice and otherwise. I will let you know what otherwise is. Before that, what we can do, so if you click on this choice stage, right, so it gives you the choice name, the whatever name that you want to choose, and what is the criteria that you want to decide on. So what we can do, like I'll give you a very basic example. Let's say there is a student in a class, and the student who gets less than 50%, like more than 50% are basically pass in the exam, and all the student who get less than 50% gets failed. The student who gets between 70% are like more than 70% are in first grade, and more than 80% into the distinction grade. So we want to check, and we want to showcase the message. Basically, if the student has received what what grade that the student has received. So how we can do it, using the choice stage that we have. So for this, what we can do, basically we can first create a data item here, and this data item we can just name as student number, and we can give the data and type as number, and we will check the initial value later on. First we will just give the data item here, And what we can do, like in the choice stage, you see like we have an option here. So if we'll say the pass, so first choice is pass. When a student will pass, when the student number is greater than 50. So as soon as the student will have the the number greater than 50, the student will pass. And after that we will add one more choice stage, which is called fail, uh, where we will be selecting a student number, and we'll say that it's less than 50. uh, you'll always have this option where you can validate your expression is valid or not, that you can do. Then you can add a stage here which is called again you know uh, first division. So okay, so here you what you can do, so you can build your expression in a more efficient way. So what you can say, like student number uh, is, so here student number is uh, greater than 60, and student number is less than 70. So if this expression gets valid, the student will fall under the first division, right? So you can validate. And I have already shown you, like if you don't know how to make this expression, you always have this utility which you can use here to make your expression. You have logics here like and. As soon as you click on and, you get this option like operand, like you'll place student number and student, so it will give you all those options. So this is that you can try. So that's what I've chosen here, first division. And again you can add so I'll give you a name. So for that, what we can do, student number uh, is uh, is basically greater than 80, and student number less than 100. Okay, so we can give it, let's say we can give here, okay, let it be 70 only. So I have given, so if you see in the choice stage, what we are trying to do, we have different choices, like we are giving a different condition here, and as much as condition that you want to add, you can add it here. So the first block say choice name, what is the name that you want to specify. You can give any name that you want, which which you can identify in a better way. So since my process say that I have to choose a student who get a pass mark only when the student mark is more than 50, that is why I have given a pass choice name here. And fail always when those expressions shows that the student gets a number which is less than 50, and accordingly the first division and distinction, right? So I have built my expression here and I have assigned them to different choices name. And once I click OK, you will see that all the four choices that I have taken there, it will be created in a this manner, like a kind of a choice shape here in consecutive way. So I'll make my process big. I'll basically make my move my spaces here, choice stage here, otherwise here, 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 here. Okay, so you see here, like I have built my this choice stage. What I can do now, I can link this start with this choice. And now what I can do, I want to you know showcase some message, like what is the grade that a student is getting, like what is the result uh, of the student number that it has achieved. So to show you this I mean the message, actually we can get the data item here. We can give a name student grade, and you know what kind of data item it can be. It will be a text, because it is showing you, just that if a student get failed or passed or first division or distinction, right? So you can just select as text. So now I've created a data item text as a student. What I can do now, I can choose for calculation stage here. So I can choose for calculation stage 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and just make it a little bigger so that we can, make it more efficient manner. Yes. So just make it here. Okay, and I'll just click connect this calculation stage. As soon as I connect it, you will see that whatever I have chosen for the choice stage, it will keep reflecting it here. So for the first choice, I have chosen it as a pass, right? So as soon as I connect this particular, link, choice 1 to this calculation stage, it show me a pass. As soon as I connect this particular choice to calculation 2, it show me fail. Accordingly, first division and distinction, right? So this is like, very much representation of, based on the decision that you are going to choose, how it is going to move toward different direction. Now what you can do, you can have a one end stage, because your process need to be terminated with the end stage always. You can connect your calculation 1, calculation 2, calculation 3, calculation 4 with the end stage. Now here what you can do, you can just give an expression here, say, pass. So whatever you write in a double quote is always taken as a text. Okay, just remember it. So whatever is there in the double quote will always be a text. And you want to store the result in a student grade, so you can drag and drop here. You can validate. It's valid. uh, Accordingly, you just wanted to have this expression as fail, so you just mention it here, student grade. And accordingly, this will be like uh, first division, and you'll just putting it here. And accordingly, you have a student grade here, and this is nothing but the, so you see, like, now I have all this the stages created, right? And I have linked everything. I reset it, I'm getting one error because I have not connected my otherwise state. I'll show you what is the use of otherwise state. So otherwise stage is nothing but, let's say, whatever the choice that I have, chosen here, I have, like, first student should get more than 50, others should get, if we get less than 50, it will come to this path. If none of these stages meet my criteria, then it will always end up in the otherwise stage. So for the condition, if there is any invalid choices that is been made, I want my process to end up in otherwise. What I can do, to showcase one more message, I can bring one calculation stage here. I can say uh, invalid choice and student grade. Connect this link here and connect this to end stage. Now, if you click it, you see there is no error. So this is how you validate that, your process is not having any error and you are good to run your process. Now, let me give my process is ready. So what my process is basically saying, uh, whenever a student get number more than 50, it will take up the path of pass. So whichever whichever condition will met first. So in this type of choice expression, whichever condition will meet first, the direction of the process will move toward that direction. So if I give a number which is having, basically more than 50, it will go toward this direction. So here I can add one more option here, that you know uh, greater than 0 and student number uh, greater than 50 and student number greater than less than 55. So I'm giving a pass to who are getting 50 and less than 55 are pass, less than 50 is are failed, and accordingly. So let's see, I mean, this is just I gave for example. Now I'm going to pass the value to my student number, and I give a value called 75. So what is the choice I have? Like 75 is nothing but uh, okay, so if you see, if I take 75, it is not meeting any of the criteria that I've chosen, right? Because first division is more than 60 and less than 70, but 75 is not there in any of my choice. So what will happen? This should go to otherwise, and the student grade should get the message as invalid, because I have assigned an invalid choice expression to student grade. So this message should get populated in student grade. So let me run this process, see what happened. So you see, uh, my process came to otherwise stage and it reflected the message invalid choice with the student number 75. Now I reset my process. I choose a number called 65. Sorry, 65. And I run it. So since 65 was there in my first division, it got the value as first division. So accordingly, whatever the value that I have given as part of my expression, so whichever is start from the first choice and it's keep going downward, and whichever choice meet the particular condition, the process will take the particular direction. So what happened, like in a real world processes and all, sometimes you have a different condition. So if software development, you must have come across switch conditions, right? So it is just reflecting the switch condition. Like if your first condition meets true, the the process will take that the particular direction. If the second condition gets true, it will take that particular direction. So this is what all about the choice stage that you have. I hope this is clear to you. Let me know if you have any doubt in the choice stage. Okay, after this choice stage, what we can do, we can discuss one of the interesting topic, which is called collection. Collection is very important topic, in Blue Prism. So we can just create one more process called collection example, and I will tell you, what is the use of collection. So till now, I mean, we have so far discussed about the basics of processes. We have used all these stages like pointer, link, uh, decision stage, choice stage, calculation stage, calculation stage, data item, anchor item, end item, right? So I think these things are clear to you now. Like whenever we'll be going to use in subsequent process, you won't have any issues, right? Now let's get ahead with calculation stage. What is the basic purpose of using calculation stage? Okay, give me 1 minute. So basically, the data item, till now I was keep on using it. It is can always hold a single value. So let's say, you can assign whatever data type that you want to assign it. You can assign as date, data time, flag, number, password, and whatsoever. But it is always going to store a single value only, right? But in real time, and in many places, you will be having the situation where you want to store a multiple value, and that multiple value can be of different data type, right? You don't want to just end up using a single data values. So in those situation, what we can do it, so Blue Prism provide us with a utility called collection, where we can store multiple data items. You can see here, I'll show you. So as soon as you bring collection here, once you double click it, open it, you see the fields here. So first tab is nothing but fields. So you can create your fields here with a name, type, and description. So uh, let me first create some field here. Uh, I can keep on adding fields, like how many fields. So these fields are nothing but the data item I was using before. You can assign some name, whatever name that you want. Uh, Student name. Uh, Field 2 can be student grade, you know, like that, and uh, student number. So now the first thing, student name, what kind of data type it is. So student name is always a text type of data, right? So you can assign with text data type. Student grade, it is also a text data type. So you can assign the text data type here. Student number it is a number type, right? So you can assign it as a type number here. And it is your wish, you can provide the description also here. So this is the way that you can create multiple data item into the single stage called collection. And you can keep on adding as much data item that you have, and you can understand basically collection as kind of array. The two-dimensional array, that you will be having a row and a column. So this is nothing but the column, the heading of your a table. So student name will be one column, student grade will be one column, student number will be one column, and you have already assigned the data type for the particular field. Now as soon as you go to this initial value, you see that you have option to add rows. Here I've already added the column. I'm now can add a row. So let me add some row here. So you see, like you can add as much rows you can. And the one in here I have assigned student name, student grade, and student number, right? So you see here it look like it created automatically a column header with student name, student grade, and student number. And you can assign whatever value it is, like uh, and you can grade A when student number is 90. So like that. So this is how you can basically create different fields and assign the values in a collection. Now what we are going to do, we are going to discuss one more concept here, a looping stage. That and Because this collection and the loop concept are very interrelated to each other, and these are very very important point, like important stages that we are using very frequently in Blue Prism. So I will be discussing collection stage together with a looping stage. So the first thing that I just gave you the idea, like how efficiently we can create a collection stage. So let me give you an example. Let's say I just take a single field called day, and we have different day in a week, right? Monday, Tuesday, and we just want to say that based on the condition, if today is if today is basically Tuesday, just showcase a message that today is Tuesday and end the loop. So I will be reading all those row I'll show you what I mean to say basically. So let me first remove the fields. So remove field here, and let's say just you add day, right? So just say that this is a text. So what we can do, just just remove this also. remove remove row, remove row. So we can add row here. So we can add 7 rows. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and I just give as Monday, okay, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Right, so I just created a field or a data item or column, whatever you say it, a day, gave it a type called text, and I created rows for the particular data item, and this date text data item has multiple rows like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So once I have created this column, uh, I want to use this column in a process where I want to go and check each and every row in my column and see if it is a Tuesday, print a message that today date is Tuesday. Okay, how we can do it? So for that, to do it efficiently, we have an option here, because you have to read each and every row of the particular collection properties. So we are provided with an option called looping stage, where this loop will basically go to each and every row and try to read the value from here. So what we can do, like we can bring the loop stage here. We can see, like what's the option we provide. So as soon as you bring the loop stage, it give you loop start and loop end, right? So loop start is nothing but as soon as you click it, uh, it gives you the option here, collection. So what is the name of the collection to which you want to loop it? So I gave a collection called collection one here, right? Just rename it. You say, like uh, day of week, click OK, and loop through the week days. So you see now this message automatically got populated on my loop. So whenever I'm going to use the loop, it is always going to be implemented with a collection. So to which collection I want to loop basically. So as soon as you open it, it give you the option day of week. Now let's say I have created other collection. I'm just giving you example. I have created other collection, given it name XYZ, and I just don't leave it blank. Now once you go and click loop through the weeks days, loop start, you see this again, this XYZ collection also comes here. So it is like you can basically choose which collection through which you want to run the iteration. Okay, so since I have chosen this, I can just delete this particular thing. Now just see, just connect this stage first. Let's see how this process run basically, right? So now there is a zero error, right? You see, this is now 1 of 7. Just make this bigger. Yeah, now you can see it better. So let me run this process in a little slow mode and see how this is changing. You see, this is changing. You can see 4 of 7, 5 of 7, 6 of 7. So this, using this loop stage, what it's doing, it is going through each and every row of this particular, a collection, and trying to read it. I will again run it. Just keep a watch here. Row 1 of 2 of 7, 3 of 7, 4 of 7, 5 of 7, 6 of 7, 7 of 7. Now, since I don't have anything in between of the loop, that is why you are not seeing, getting back and forth between this loop. Once I add something, you will obviously see the option, but I'll do it now. So just reset your process. Yeah. What I will do, I will just add a calculation stage here, and current day. So what is a current day? What I can do, how you can access the particular, no, in this, now I'm telling you how you can access the particular row item that we have created as part of the collection. So in a collection, we have given the row 1 as Monday, row 2 as Sunday, I mean Tuesday, and so on, right? So how you can access it? So to access it, you have to give the value name of the collection dot the field name. So if you see, I have created the collection as day of week. So in order to access this value, Monday, Tuesday, whatever, what we have to give as day of week dot the field value. What is a field value? Is day. So here in the current day, what I can do, I can just drag and drop this value, day of week dot day, and I can store in some value here, current day. Current day. Since there is no already created, I can directly click here to create it. Obviously it will be a text. So you see this is got created. Now you can just link this. Now you see this current day will keep on changing from Monday to, so it is giving me one error. What is this error is? Let's see. So data item current day is not referenced. Okay. So let me see, you can go to this stage. So it says that it's not referenced. Expression is valid. Now you have, okay. So here what we are doing it, we are just seeing the day of week dot day and storing the value in the current day variable, right? So we'll see that, how this works. Let me run it. Okay, so could not store calculation result stage current day does not exist. So it says does not exist. So we have to see what is the data item that is got created here. So it is text only. Let me just first reset it again. So it is giving me was one of this error, right? So data item current day is not reference. So let me go here, and somehow it's saying this not reference. Let me create again. Let me delete it, create one data item here, day, give a text, okay, and here, okay. So So you see now this error has got rectified. Sometime there will be some conflict because I may have using the same name because I have given the calculation properties as current day and the same name, so that is why it was conflicting. Now if you run this process, you will see how it is behaving. So it got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? So that's what, I mean, this is how efficiently you can use your calculation stage. And let's say, you want to have a decision stage also here. And this decision stage say that if it decision stage say that if current day of week is equal to uh, Tuesday, then what you want to do is basically you want to print a message that today is Tuesday, let's say. So you can have one more calculation stage here, and you can write as here. So how you can write is, so first we are writing as today day is, which is a text. So we have given in double quote. Then what we will want to do, we want to give some space, right? So you can use and, then you can double quote space like this. Then you can give and. So and is nothing but we use for concatenation, right? We want to concatenate this text value with a variable value. So we are getting this variable anyway here, uh, day of week dot day. So we can just bring this value here. Sorry. So just cut from here. Today day is, right? Now this validate is stays to store result. Okay, so you want to store also, right? So what you can do basically, yeah, you store. Okay, so to what you want to store here is final, like let's say you give a name or call as final outcome, and giving a text only. Okay, or you can say like current day, today's day. So here you can just select today's date. Okay, validate, it's valid. Okay, now what you can do, like you can connect these two stages here. You can connect all these stages, and you can also have one end stage here and connected this. So now see, my process is ready. So what it's doing, it is going to loop through each and every row of the particular this collection. It will calculate the current day also, like what is the like each day it is reading it, you will be seeing here. And then if it will find that if the particular day is Tuesday, it will come out of the loop and it will print the message today day is Tuesday, and basically end the loop. So let me run this process and show you the result. So today was Monday, you see here. Now it will show Tuesday. Now since it was Tuesday, it came through his loop and it printed the message here, today's day is Tuesday. So this is how efficiently you can use your collection and looping stage in order to make it more efficient. And in order to use, so when we were using it, when we were using these values in calculation, the data item value, we will directly drag and drop the particular data item, the whatever name that we have given for the value, right? But in case of collection, for the same data item, how we can reference it? By collection name dot the data item that we have given. So that is the only difference it is. And otherwise, you can reference it collection as just kind of two-dimensional array where you have row and column, and basically you are reading row by row, and whatever the column that you have assigned it, and you can perform all the operation that you want to perform. So yeah guys, so this was all about very important point, collection and loop. And what for the exercise I can suggest you can practice it. I can give you a scenario where you can what you can do, like you can make a collection for basically like item number. You can take three, so basically you take any collection here and give a, you can add three field, like item name and item item number and the date. So item name will be a text, item number will be a number, and item date will be a date. And here you can add multiple rows. Let's say you have 10 orders that you have received on a day, where you have the item number for the date, the total number of for the order that you have received. You can basically write order name, like item, yeah, like the number that you have received for the order and the date you received the order. And what you can do, like uh, just calculate the total number of item that you have received in a day and print it the message that this is the total number of item number that we have received in a day. So just take this as a scenario for today, and try to complete it tomorrow. So tomorrow, like we can review it together, if you can achieve it. If not, I will be telling you how we can do that, and taking it from there, like how we can call different pages and what is the sub pages, and input and output will go further accordingly. So let me know if you have any doubt till now for whatever we have taken today. Hello?
Karan,
Hey, hi. Yeah, just tell me.
can you go to the collections?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Let me come here, new collection, right?
Properties. Yeah. So
Yeah.
here in down we have three options, right? Reset to initial values whenever this page runs. Like the three options are there.
Right. You have three options, right?
Yeah.
So
So
you
what are
can,
those options?
okay, so I will tell you in a very simple manner. So just understand it is a like kind of Excel sheet, right? So let's say if you have any Excel sheet, in that you will be having rows and you will be having columns, right? You're getting it?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
for any table you have basically rows and columns, right? So column is
Yes.
nothing but the headers. So
Yes.
let's say I have created three columns, which is item name, item number, and date.
Sorry,
So
Karan.
this,
My question is in the window in last week we can see three options, right? Reset to initial value whenever the page numbers hide
okay,
from other pages in the
okay.
process. So that one.
Actually, okay, yeah, sure. So I was going to take this, tomorrow when I will be teaching you what is local variable, what is global variable, because before reaching there, we have to first understand what are the difference between pages,
Sure,
sub
sure,
pages, sub process. So
sure.
this option is there. just to utilize once we will be there, so you will understand it in better way. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, but for the particular scenario that I've given you, you know, you don't require this option. You can keep it as default, whatever is there.
Okay. Sure. Karan.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, I mean, if you have any doubt, any kind of, if you feel silly doubt also, just ask me, I mean, to make it more clear to you, if there is anything that, if you feel that you have not got it.
I think we have to do practice, then only we will get
Yeah,
more.
exactly. Obviously, you have to do practice, that is for sure. And
And the scenario
yeah.
which you have given, that page, the more things which we can get idea about it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is a very basic scenario, and this will give you the idea of how to use collection, how to use loop in more efficient way, how to use the calculation stage, how to build some sort of logic, how to use the decision stage. These are, once you are thorough with this, at least you have basic ground setup, and then, you can utilize when you'll be building your automation. You won't have to go back and forth to understand, what this is doing and what all is required.
Exactly.
All right. So, all right, guys. I mean, let me know if you have any other question. Open to you. Otherwise, we can join tomorrow in the same time, and we'll take it from there.
Thank you, Karan.
Okay, sure. Thank you so much, and have a good day to all of you.
Thanks, Karan. Yeah.